Hello, hello. JoeHart here, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. Just doing another Formula E stream. It's about the qualifying. It's from 8:40 to 9:55 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, which means in 15 minutes it starts. So let me, I printed up the teams because I didn't want to be, I wanted to become a little more informed about the stuff. Aren't they pretty? I like color, or color can be nice. 11 teams, 2 cars each. So that's 22 drivers. So, okay. They do some strange things. Yeah, they on FIAFormulaE.com's website, which has gone through some major overhaul. They've been challenging for a long time. I've been trying to print up their stuff since before day one. And if you just went to their web page a couple months, years ago, and you wanted to just print up the regular web page, it would be 85 pages. And I got in touch with them before their first race and said, I'm disabled and I need accessibility to your web page, and it's not accessible, and these are the reasons. And they ignored me for 9 years. I mean, I don't think these responses are in response to what I said, but which is too bad, because in America there's in the United States of America there's the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, and people are supposed to provide reasonable accommodations or accessibility for equal access to everybody. So it's too bad that never happened. 9 years. Anyway, enough about that stuff. They have a tab that says ways to watch, and there's some version you click on it, and I guess I could show it to you. I guess I know why it comes up United Kingdom, but why can't you set it to they know who I am, they know where I'm at. I don't get why they can't show United States. Why do I have to go through this each time? I don't get it. Okay, so present, show screen, share screen, ways to watch. Boom. So free practice. Okay, so for free practice, they show 4 options. CBSSports.com, CBS Sports app, Formula E Race Center, free practice, YouTube, Formula E YouTube. And in free practice, they show the same 4, I do believe. App.com, Formula E website, and YouTube for them. And in qualifying, it just shows 2. But I do believe the other 2 still work. So I'm not sure why they don't show all 3. And for E-Pre, they show the 2 CBS Sports choices, and then CBS themselves. Now that CBS, I do believe, is delayed. It's, recorded, hours later or days later or something like that. So it's so 8:30. What do we got here? I don't have, okay, qualifying 8:40. So it starts in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes. So I guess I'm going to go, hello. Thank you for being here as a viewer. Feel free to make a comment. Let me know what platform you're watching me from. Lyndon, I assume you're out there, so thank you for being here, Lyndon. I really appreciate you coming. I hope you come to every stream. I know you're very supportive and stuff. You don't talk much, but you're on different platforms anyway. So if you did write a comment, not everybody would see your comment. But Lyndon, I'm glad you're here. Lyndon Not Baines, I guess, is the name. I'm still trying to learn more about you, what your middle and last name is, but I think it's Lyndon. I mean, I know it's Lyndon. I don't know if it's Baines or Not Baines. So, let me see. So those are the 2022, 2023 teams. There's 11 teams, so that's 3 screens of 4. The last one is 3. So 4, 4, 3, 3 different screens. But this is the race center. So it says it's looking competitive. We'll stop that screen. I'll probably stay on the screen until I start hearing that people can't read that, and then I'll go off screen so that it gets bigger and you can read it more. So just let me know if you can't read that. Sorry. So I'm going to go off screen so I can read it a little better. So this is round 6, ABB, FIA, Formula E 2023, Julius Baer, I think Baer, Sao Paulo E-Prix, next qualifying. That starts at 8:40, so in 7 minutes. And then as it says down below there, it's looking competitive ahead of qualifying. Top 20 are all split by just a smidge over a second. And there's 9 different teams in the top 10. 9 different teams in the top 10. That's amazing how tight they are. Ominous pace from DaCosta. He's like, anyway, I don't want to get into, but I guess I will. Qualifying starts in 5 minutes and 29 seconds. So I'll come back on screen. Yeah, I don't want to. Anyway, I always voice my opinion about drivers, and I'm like, I don't want to criticize, but, Antonio Felix DaCosta, I've just never warmed up to. And I think he's been here the entire time. I think he's done all 105 races, or pretty close to all 105 races. But for some reason, I just never warmed up to him. And that might be a language barrier, or that might be he's so emotionally charged. He's Latino, and he's really emotionally charged, which can be a good thing when they're winning, and it can be a not very good thing if they're not winning. But I've just never warmed up to him. But I would say, without a doubt, he's either the teacher's pet for the entire series, or one of them. I think Sam Bird was a couple years ago, and he's not putting out as much productivity as he was. So I don't think he's as high as he used to be. But he was a good interviewer. I liked him. But anyway, yeah, Antonio just seems to be everybody's favorite. I guess he's super nice, in the garage. And I've met him. I've interviewed him a couple times and met him met him as a media contact person. So you don't meet him really. You just interview him. But I just, I never, anyway, that's enough about him. He was the top of the charts, free practice 2. Sebastian Bueme was top of the charts, free practice 1. But I wish I knew. I might try. What do we got? 4 more minutes. So I might try to figure out how to look at results, but I have way too many windows open. Let's see what this is. That's CBS. I don't like commercials like that. I think that's stupid. Anyway, so I have Sorry, it's taking me a while to get going in here. $840. So I guess it starts now. Okay, so let's see here. Sorry, it's taking me a while. It's just getting onto my screen right now at 8:42, so I'm 2 minutes late to the session. And I'm not sure why this isn't showing, but I won't be able to show the CBS stuff. Group A, 9:47 left to go. I'm not sure why that chart doesn't. So Cassidy and Roland is shown. I don't know who the Group A and Group B's are. Cassidy shows the first time 113,475. Nick Cassidy. Roland's number 2 plus 0.272. Fairline just went to the top while Tara went fourth. Fairline 113.280. Vern is fourth. Set the camera is fifth. Van Dorn is seventh, behind by 12 seconds. Rast is seventh. Mueller is eighth. Van Dorn's ninth. Bottom four, Motor down is plus 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 12 seconds. So obviously those aren't. Lottery just went second behind Fairline, plus 0.102. So yeah, if anybody has teams that they care about or the drivers or, Jake Hughes is 11th currently, but they're showing him on screen. I guess he's for Neom McLaren. Vern just went to the top, 113,157. Seti Camry went up to fifth. Hughes, they don't they haven't. Van Dorn, I think, just went up to second. Ras went up to fourth. Mueller went up to ninth, which is 0.870. So currently the top 9 are within a second. And then Mortara is 3.7 seconds and Hughes is 15 seconds. So they're still showing him, Hughes, and he should be finishing soon. Hughes went up to 6th, plus 0.277. So Vern is... So Mortara for Maserati. Oh, wait. I guess, sorry. So let's see here. So exclamation point Formula E. James Rossiter, team principal for Maserati. Don't know him. They just said his name and showed his face there. So this is how you can watch it. Ways to watch. It's going to come up shortly. And in YouTube, those are clickable links. So yellow flag, Sergio set camera is stopped for the Neo team. Red flag. Change to red flag because I guess he can't move. So Group A, it's 6 minutes, 10 seconds left. Top 4 are in the pit. Bottom 2 are in the pit. So the engineer's not talking to him. The engineer's just listening to him. But I think he had a question. So there's a replay. This guy's going nuts with the blue flag, but clearly the car is stopping. He's not just blocking everyone. So red and white flags. What is the white? That person doesn't know what white is. So these are ways to watch. So ways to watch is from the FIA, FIAFormulaE.com website. They have a tab that's called Ways to Watch because it's worldwide and they list all the countries and you have to click on your country and then it'll give you options. And for the United States, it's CBSSports.com. So you have a CBS Sports app. For the race, it's CBS, but that's a delayed. That I don't believe that's live. It's almost never live. I mean, it's never live. Anyway, FIAFormulaE.com has a race center, and then Formula E YouTube. So right now, for the qualifications, it's just the 2 CBS things that work. What you're looking at right now is the FIA FormulaE.com race center. So that's where we were watching earlier, but it was showing the video. Now it doesn't show the video. Still red flag. Vern, Van Dorn, Wehrlein, Ras. I guess the duels are the top 4 of each group, Group A and Group B. So Vern, Van Dorn, Wehrlein, Ras are currently the top 4 for the duels. And then Mortara is the first one cut off. Mortara, Lauderer, Hughes, Cassidy, Rowland, Mueller, set camera. And the top 10 of 11 is plus 0.87 seconds. So that's not bad. Top 10 within a second. And set camera is plus 8 seconds. I thought he had a time faster earlier, but I guess he lost the time or something. I think he was much higher. Fairline Team Radio. I don't quite understand I don't know enough about. So it still shows Group A, 6 minutes, 10 seconds left on a red flag. I bet pretty soon they're going to just cancel this and then go to Group B. I'm guessing, but that's just a guess. Jean-Eric Verne on camera. He's about to go out for Group B. So it's gone green again. Envision. Boy, those teams are kind of tightly packed in. That was Verne on the team radio. So it's Group A. No position changes yet because they just got onto the road. So on the circuit, there's no. So it's just under 5 minutes, 4:57. So Rast is fourth for the duels, and he's plus 0.166. And the first driver out, fifth, is Motara for Group A, and he's plus 0.197. So that's 0.031 seconds. So 3/100ths of a second, a little more than 3/100ths of a second between fourth and fifth. So Rast is in the pits and Hughes is in the pits. Same team. And DS Penske is 1-2 currently. Verne and Van Dorn. Car 3 set camera under investigation. Red flag procedure. Hi, baby. Can you hear my kitty cat? Hi, little kitty. Here's Kitty. That's Francis. That's my little baby Francis. Hi, Francis. Hi, baby. So that's him. That's my backup channel. Francis' assistant. He's Francis and I'm his assistant. You know how you say people don't own cats, but cats own people, you know. So I didn't want to say slave and butler and stuff. So even though butlers can make so much money, butlers make so much money. Oh my goodness, I had to be told that butlers make so much money, even though they're slaves. Contact. Fairline hit something. Left rear structural damage, but he's not slowing down at all. Lyndon, is that you? I was just talking about how butlers, you know. Did you hear about the butlers? Roland just went up to 7th. I think that's the first. Oh, no, Van Dorn is 4th. So there has been. Fairline and Rast is now out. So Group A, 1:50 left. Cassidy is number one, Vern, Mueller, and Van Dorn. So Cassidy and Mueller have gotten into the duels. That's provisional. The top four provisionally are in the duels, which are Van Dorn, Cassidy, Vern, Mueller. And the first one out is Wehrlein, who made contact with something. His rear right something. I'm sorry, I didn't follow it all. Neon McLaren, they were showing both those, Rass and Hughes on the camera, on the ticker at the bottom and on the camera, but McLaren, they're still showing them. So I think there's a great Group A, Group B, duels. And there used to be Super Pole. I forget the exact structure. Motara just went up there. So Van Dorn, Cassidy, Vern, and Motara. Ooh, golly, Rast is skidding all over the place. I guess skidding wouldn't be the description of it, but and the ever-present white flag. Why does that person? Oh, it is 11 seconds. So it could be that could actually be a correct white flag. Cassidy just went up to the top. So Van Dorn, Hughes, Cassidy, Vern are in currently for the duels, and Motara, Mueller, Wehrlein, Set Camera, Rass, Rowland, and Lauder are out so far. And it says finish, but now they're going to put those. I don't like this. I wish they would do. Let's see how they do it. Yeah, so Wehrlein has a little bitty checkered flag, but they're all connected. So it looks like one big long line. I don't like that part of it. Motar went to the top, and he's now finished. Cassidy to the top, and he's finished. And Mueller and Wehrlein are finished. So 4 of the 11 have finished their lap. Here's a couple of ones. Roland, Set Camera, got 5th. Oh, he's so close. 0.006 seconds out of the duel. Van Dorn went back to the top. So Van Dorn, Cassidy, Motara, Hughes is still doing some timing. He just finished. Lauder is the last one with time. So Van Dorn, Cassidy, Motara, Hughes. And Vern is hugely out. 0.25 seconds. 0.24 seconds. Something. 24 something seconds. So pits, Lauder is still in the pits, and he didn't get a checkered flag and stuff. So, but he's plus 621, plus 0.621. So all of them are within 0.621 seconds. That's pretty good. Van Dorn's radio, but they talk in other languages. I'm not sure what that was. I can usually identify a couple of languages. So Group A is done. Stoffel Van Dorn, Nick Cassidy, Eduardo Montour, Jake Hughes are in the duels. And then out of the duels, John-Eric Vern, Rene Rast, Nico Mueller, Wehrlein, Sergio Set Camera, Oliver Roland, and Andre Lauder. And it is 4 teams, with 5 and 6 are team repeats. So the top 4 in the duels are 4 teams. They said the top 10 in practice 2 is she Preggers again. She's so cute. She's really attractive. I took a selfie with her and I couldn't even contain myself. And she grabbed my phone and she said, "Here, let me do that." She was cutely irritated with me, but mildly irritated. Neil's talking a lot. Nikki Shields. Nikki Shields, pregnant. So November 7th, 2021. Okay, that's more than... She must be preggers again. Group A, 11 minutes, 11 seconds to go. No names yet. They're just getting out onto the circuit. And Jake Dennis is shown out there. I'm sorry. I apologize for not knowing who Group A and Group B is. But Group B is just everybody else that wasn't in Group A. But someone has stopped. Cupra, ABT Cupra is stopped at 10:48. It's a yellow, but it should be a red if he can't get going. It's still yellow. It's still stopped. Robin Friends. Robin Friends broke his wrist in the first race in the first lap. And now he's coming back after that. He's not getting anything. It's still yellow flag, but it should be red. Group B, 9 minutes, 51 seconds. Still yellow flag because people can... He's way off to the side. And it could probably be 3-car wide. So there's enough room for people to get by. But he's moving. It's just Control Alt Delete. You know, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't think these cars are worth $1 million yet, but it's worth plenty, and you just got to reboot it. Gunther. Push next lap, they say. So Gunther is the first time on the screen. Now Buemi's the top, second. Degrassi's third. Bird is at top. Bird, Buemi, Gunther, DeGrassi. Nato's in 5th. Fenestrat 6th. Tictum 7th. Dennis went to the top, 113.524 with 8 minutes, 37 seconds to go. The duels are going to change a lot, but currently the top 4 for the duels would be Dennis, Bird, Buemi, Gunther. That's, it probably one of those 4 will be in it, but that's who it is now. Wow, number 2 driver is plus 6 seconds, and number 10 driver is plus 20 seconds. So I guess Dennis did a real lap and no one else did a real lap. Plus 6 seconds, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, plus 19. So 3rd through 6th seem to be about the same. They're all 10 seconds behind. That's weird. I don't get it. Maybe Dennis had 350 kilowatts and the rest had 300. Gunther went to the top, 113.305. So he and Dennis are close. Buemi went 2nd, so the top 3 are close. And Bird is still plus 6.4. He's in the pits. DeGrassi's in the pits. 10 cars. Tictum's 10th, so 10 have times. Nato just went to the top. Fenestras went to the top. Tictum's 3rd. So currently the duels, of course, will change. It just did again. So it's Nato. DaCosta's on top. Nato, Fenestras, and Evans. 10 are shown. I think we had 11 last group. So I think there's still 1 car unaccounted for. I'm not sure. There's 11. Friends just joined us. So there's now 11 in Group A and 11 in Group B, which is all 22. So Group B, 6 minutes, 54 seconds left to go. DaCosta, Nato, Fenestrats, Evans for the duels. And then Tictum, Gunther, Buemi, Dennis, Friends, Bird, DeGrassi. The bottom 2, Bird and DeGrassi, are in the pits. Number 9, Friends, is plus 0.662. And then 10 and 11 is 6 seconds and 11 seconds. Buemi just went to the top, 113.048 or 045, can't read it. So yeah, 9th place Friends is plus 0.699. That's pretty cool. As far as teams go, there's 3 teams in the top 4. Anyway, I would love it if we could do, what they say, 9 teams in the top 10. So I'd love to do something close to that for the duels. I guess it's 8 drivers. So it's nice to have 6 or 7 teams if we could. So it's DaCosta, Dennis, Buemi, Nato for top 4 for the duels. Fenestrats, Evans, Tictum, Gunther, Friends, Bird, and DeGrassi are the bottom. And Bird and DeGrassi still have, plus 6 seconds and plus 10 seconds. So nothing has happened yet. Whoa, they're close. Jaguar going around Nissan. That was very close, and Nissan was definitely in the way. So the 2 Nissans are on screen. Nato and Fenestrats are going. Wow, Nissan is 4th and 5th right now. So Nato's in and Fenestrats is out. And it's about I can't tell. Pretty close, the 2 times. 221 and 317, whatever the difference between those 2 are. About a 10th. A little less than a 10th. DaCosta team radio. He's the fastest currently. So Bird's on the track, but he's still plus 6.9 seconds. DeGrassi's in the pit. Wow, 4, 7, 6 of them now. 6 of 11 are in the pits. There's a blue flag for some slowpoke. This track definitely loves the blue flag. I guess if I was a flagman, I'd go nuts on the flags. Maybe I'll do the shorts. Sorry, I forgot I left that on. Shorts, reels. I typed that once, but it goes 4 times to the 2 YouTube channels and Twitch and Facebook page. Bird. Something about do your first push, do your second push. If you can't do your second push, I don't know. I didn't understand it. Either it's the first or second. I don't know why they're listing both. So these are my shorts channels and reels channels. YouTube, JoeHart, PwD's 8641. YouTube, Francis Assistant -NK1GC, Nancy Kevin 1, George Charlie. And then Facebook page, JoeHart, PwD's, Reels tab. And then Instagram.com, NASCAR Inc. Reels, which NASCAR Inc. is my Twitter account too. I'm sure that's how I opened that account years ago. Group B, 2 minutes and 29 seconds left. DaCosta, Dennis, Boehme, NATO is top 4 provisional duels. And then Fenestrat's, Evans, Tictum, Gunther, Friends, Bird is plus 2.5 seconds. Still way behind. DeGrassi plus 11.6. What is wrong with DeGrassi? He doesn't seem to be doing too well. He's been around forever. And I always confirmed Lucas DeGrassi and John-Eric Verne. Maybe because they both had 3 names. But yeah, I never did understand the difference. They're different. But I think they're both hard to understand. And English is their... Bird just went to the top. Woohoo! So 10 of the 11 drivers are within 1 second. Well, that's no good. 9 of the 11 drivers are within a half a second. So number 9, Gunther, plus 0.472 seconds. That is cool. Let me go back to the ways to watch. Because that doesn't... Oh, Bird almost went off track. Sam Bird didn't know what position he was. This is a good minute after he got number 1. He still didn't know. That should be... There must have been some communication problems. I'm sure someone told him immediate. There's a white flag. Oh, it really is a white flag. 26 seconds. So maybe I was too harsh on the white flag waiver. Mitch Evans is 7th so far. Evans is number 3. 1, 2, 3. So the provisional top 4 for the duels, there's 3 teams for the top 4. DeGrassi is still plus 11 seconds. I wish I knew what was going on. He must be having mechanical problems or something. Boehme's number 5 currently. He'd like to get into the duels. Man, they are so close. Number 9, Gunther is still plus 0.472. So within a half a second. Top 9, someone just went up. I think it was NATO. Tictum went to 7th, but didn't touch the duels. Boehme got 5th. So he's still missing the duels. There's the checkered flag. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 11. Gunther got 2nd. Yellow flag. It's gone. So 9, so Friends and DeVries both in the pits, but both without a checkered flag. Friends is plus 1.002 seconds. So number 9, Tictum, is plus 0.376. 1/3 of a second is the top 9. That is really close. We are kicking butt here. I'm not sure why everybody's so close. Poof. I'm not sure why they got rid of that so quickly. So hopefully they'll put the who the 8 people going into the duels will be, because I want to see how many teams they are. So it's top 4 of Group A, top 4 of Group B. Even if number 5 through 11 are faster than the other groups 1 through 4, they don't advance. It's still the top 4 of both groups, which I guess makes sense. But Bird. Formula E predictor. Don't know what that means. It's a OCR. Those codes you can do, QR code. It's on the screen. It's called Formula E predictor. I don't know if that's a contest for you to predict who's going to win, or if they give you helpful hints on how to predict. Or both. I guess it could be both. It's a lot of people in the stands. They're just huge blocks of concrete with elevated, steps and stuff. But Degrassi replay. He touched the wall, car damage. Now, the timing was off. He was saying I touched the wall, and then it showed them hitting the wall. So I guess the radio was ahead of the other. Man, that's a lot of debris. And Sam Bird ran over it. Okay, this is Group B classification. Sam Bird, Max Gunther, Antonio Felix da Costa, and Mitch Evans are in the duels. And then the ones out are Norman Neto, Sebastian Buemi, Jake Dennis, Sasha Fenestras, Dan Tictum, Robert Friends, Lucas Degrassi. Just finished the last name as it disappeared. So, yeah, let's see the duels. I want to see the 8 teams because I want to see let's see the 8 drivers because I want to see the number of teams. It's probably not 9 teams for the top 8, or that would be Fred Buttram. This is the first time I've heard Mahindra's team principal talk, and the previous principal that left, I think the end of last year, was a super personality, and this guy seems a little more mundane. And it always can be language barriers. You never know if that's what they're serious about. They're working through every word, but so what I'm finding online is that Nikki Shields has 2 children, but she usually wears, pretty nice clothing. And this thing she's wearing now is really loose fitting. So I'm thinking, I don't know. You're never supposed to mention that about females, but it's very loose fitting. And I know it's tough to go from a non-baby body to a baby body. I know it's a big change, but I don't see any difference. I think they're gorgeous no matter what. Cheers. They're interviewing Tagar Porsche principal. I don't know him. I guess been out of the loop a little bit. So now what I don't know is if the duels is the last event or if there's still a super poll. Super poll used to be the final 6, and then the final 6 would race for the poll. But since this is 8, I'm guessing this is the last thing. They'll compete head-to-head over a single lap duel. So quarterfinal 1, Motara versus Cassidy, Maserati versus Envision. I wish they would show all 8. Why do they do it this way? God, graphics are just, it blows me away. They don't want to do the forest and then work down to the trees. They have to start with the trees and have no significance at all. I don't get it. Do you get it? Do you want to join in with my complaining? Damn it. I should have looked at that. Quarterfinal 1. So yeah, these are duels now. So I don't like it. I'm not, which is weird because with NASCAR, I like NASCAR one car at a time. And when they started doing things closer to what Formula One and Formula E and IndyCar does for qualifying, I was like, I don't like that. But here I feel the opposite. I like their group qualifying. And the Super 8 was, Super Pole was, the final 6. So it's still a grouping. I think they went out one at a time, but it was quick. And this is just one race, one lap. So this should be relatively fast. But anyway, it shows Motara with 10 seconds, 10.000 flat. Cassidy, I don't get their graphic, but it shows Motara with a plus 0.0005. Now it's plus 0.134. I think Cassidy's higher or better. So Motara 35.9, Cassidy 22.6. So Motara, yeah, I don't get it. I think it's showing that Cassidy is at a faster pace and Motara is slower. So Cassidy is now plus 0.168. So they switched places. $105,052 is Motara. 105,052. 105,052. 105,052. 052. So it's 5/100ths of a second. 18 1,000ths. 18 thousandths. Winner Eduardo Motara. They said 1800ths, but it was 18 thousandths. Why does everybody have to be substandard in math? It seems like one person would be able to say, no, that's 18 1,000ths. Okay, next one is Hughes versus Van Dorn, Neon McLaren, and DS Penske. I think that's 4 teams for 4 drivers. Van Dorn's with the new team, DS Penske. I didn't notice that since he's been in, it sounds like he was probably with the same group. So it's showing them. Bam. That was a big hit. I don't know if it was a sewer, a pothole. What's the sewer covers? Manhole cover. Is that what it's called? It looked like a pretty big slam. And that's usually their biggest problems is manhole covers. So Van Dorn and Hughes are way far apart from each other, but I couldn't tell. Stoffel Van Dorn is the winner. Maybe I'll try to notice how the numbers go and then who wins. I think Stoffel was at the top of the screen and the other was at the bottom of the screen and it was plus something. So I think plus whatever, plus 217 is bad. That means you're. So does Costa and Gunther, that could be 2 new teams. I don't know. Tagar Porsche and Maserati MSG Racing. Both Maseratis are in the duels. That's a step up, he said. $9,932 DaCosta. $9,932. Let's see what Gunther does. So he's slower, so he's plus. Okay, so the name on top is the faster, and the name on bottom is the second, plus the plus means they're behind. So, okay. DaCosta is ahead by Gunther by their they don't leave at the same time. They leave at 2 different times, but they're timing them to the same, intervals throughout the lap. So at the 36-second interval, Gunther is behind by plus 0.092 seconds, about a tenth of a second. 104.975. 104.97. I'll never remember that. So Gunther's plus 0.160. So I think it grew more. The difference, Gunther's getting further behind. Plus 207. Winner, Antonio Felix DaCosta. It seemed like they were almost calling the winner before the second one crossed the line. Not that he can make up a third of a second, but it seems anyway. There could be delays. It could be that the thing actually had finished, and they could call it, but we didn't see the finish yet. So this is the last round. Evans versus Bird, both Jaguar TCS racing. I like both of them. I probably like Bird more, but I head-to-head 1-0. I don't know what that means. I guess in the past. Evans is 1, Bird is 0. I don't know. I saw that for the first round, but I didn't notice it on the second and third round. And the first round it said 1-0 also. So I don't know if that really is what it means. Evans went first. Bird went second. 9.881. Bird is faster. Evans is plus 0.011. And he's getting further behind Bird, plus 0.059. Oh, Evans just went in front for some reason. Bird is plus 0.068. So that segment, Evans did much faster than Bird. I think they're pretty close, but Evans is going further in front. Bird is plus 0.182. A little more even. Evans further ahead. Plus 0.209 for Bird. Come on, Sam. Here's checkered flag for Evans. And Bird hasn't crossed yet. Plus 0.194. Winner, Mitch Evans. So it's showing the team principal, and it's both his drivers. So he's supposed to love all his children the same. But he was pretty intense. You would guess that he's unhappy, but, he's just non-emotional until he starts screaming and getting excited about stuff. So Mitch Evans, yeah, boy, he shows nothing. He's shaking his head like that, and then he shrugs at the end. So shrugs usually mean, come see, come saw, like, okay. But I don't know. I can't read what he means. So I have no idea who those 4 winners were. Mitch Evans, Stoffel Van Dorn, and 2 others. That's where my memory lacks, or all my memory lacks. Wow, what time is it? The highway shown. Okay, so it's Motora, Van Dorn, DaCosta, Evans. Motora, Van Dorn, DaCosta, Evans. 112, 111, 111, 111. 2-1, 1-9, 1-9, 1-8. So they're all pretty close. Evans is the fastest of the 4, but that doesn't matter. They just do a duel. They go against each other. So Motora, Van Dorn, which is 4th and 3rd, and then the other 2, DaCosta and I need to be looking at these names. Let me go off screen here, or, see what it shows. E. Martara and S. Van Dorn. So it's 9:34 in the morning now. I guess that means 10:34, I think, at the track. And the traffic looked horrendous. Weather. Sao Paulo, it's 10:34. Yeah, Sao Paulo, it's 10:34. New York, chance of light rain in the next hour. They have their the March Madness is tonight at the Madison Square Garden. I'm most likely not going, but so it's 9:35. So we got Motora versus Van Dorn, and then DaCosta to Evans. And then the winner of semifinals, each of those winners go against each other. And so that would be the poll winner. So it goes 8, 4, 2, 1. Oh, teams. Golly. It looked like at least 16 different teams, probably 7 different teams. Look at that traffic. It's not going anywhere. So Motora, Van Dorn, it says head-to-head 1-0. There's no way that they're all the same. You know, they're all 1-0. Seems like some would be 2 and 3, and you know, different numbers besides 1 and 0 in that order. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 14, 15. I didn't see the start, but I think they go 10 seconds apart from each other. You hear the tires skidding. They're not showing any times. Man, you're hearing the tires screech. I've never heard it that loud. Seems like that would be wearing his tires down for the race. I don't think they can. I'm not sure, but I don't think you change tires or add, you know, gas or battery. I don't think you change tires. So that's a lot of black on the circuit. A lot of tire. Motora is plus 0.005. That's really close. One hundredths of a second. That's still very tight. Uh-oh. Motora's behind by 0.044. 4 hundredths of a second. Damn. It's kind of cool that they show they delay one of the videos so that the videos are at the same place at the same time. That's kind of cool. So they're not really racing at the exact same space, but it looks like they are. I mean, but they're in the exact same space. So obviously they can't be there. Plus 0.18. Winner, Stoffel Van Dorn. Excuse me. So he'll be in the final. Advances. Van Doren advances to final duel. Evans is behind. It just changed to plus 0.073. It was 0.01 something. So DaCosta's in front currently. Go Evans. Yes, Evans just jumped him a bunch. DaCosta's plus 0.18. But obviously it could flip just as much. An error occurred. Wait a minute, then try again. So the Twitch didn't work. Anyway. Catching. DaCosta is plus 0.134, but he's catching. Not by much. Plus 0.140. I think it even went down. Here's checkered flag. Oh, DaCosta just by 0.009. So 9/1000ths. Catching plus 0.005. Why did they say catching? They were wrong the last time. Nope. See, it went down. That's the second time they wrote catching and they're wrong. Winner, Antonio Felix DaCosta. DaCosta advances to final duel with Van Doren. Someone's on the track. I don't think they are do the next round this soon. I don't know who is on the track. Some red car. They're off the track. Look at that. The traffic's not moving. So 929 and 982. They're all both pretty close. So Van Doren has a faster time than DaCosta, but it doesn't matter. They just race each other. So DaCosta and Van Doren is in the final duel. Yeah, their traffic is pretty slow on the one highway. 9:43 for me, so that means 10:43 for them. So way before lunch. I don't know their schedules. Maybe they start work at 10 o'clock. Sam Bird? I like him. Wow, those tires really turn. Did you see that camera work? The whole, I guess that how my car works, but I thought just the tires turn, but the whole metal piece between them turned also. Just another thing that I never noticed before. Yeah, they turn quite a bit. Yeah, please. Yeah, he can come in. He can do speaker, or I mean, I don't like phones. I don't like speaker. You know, in Vermont, half our phone call falls out. But yeah, you do whatever. Yeah, I'd love it for him to. The final start is in 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Carnival procession right in front of those stands right there. Nikki is talking to Edo Matara. He's the one who told me he wouldn't tell me how to pronounce his name. He's like, just say it the way you want. I'm like, no, don't have more faith in us Americans. We can try to say it right. Sorry. I'm trying to imagine all that stuff. Track 50 degrees Celsius, air 30 degrees Celsius, humidity 45%, probable rain 2%. So I guess everybody's pretty anxious about winning this race. Sao Paulo was basically on the schedule or thought of the first season, which is 2014, 2015. And then for various reasons, including the pandemic, it never happened. And so this is the first time that they're in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, which is, you know, a pretty big motorsport town. So DaCosta and Van Dorn is in the final. That should be cupping really soon. Predictor, DaCosta 51%, Van Dorn 49%. I don't know what the predictor vote is. I don't know where they get that from. Porsche Tiger, Porsche, and then whoever ran DS Penske. DaCosta just left, or on my TV. There could be delays. That looked about 10 seconds. I didn't count, but so they get two full sets of tires for the whole weekend. For shakedown, 2 practices, quali, and race. For those 5 sessions. Anytime they have an opportunity to be on the track, they must use those 2 sets. So that's not much tire changing. I assume the second set is reserved for the start of the race, except, you probably need, there's probably a good reason to wear them in just a little bit, a lap or 2 before they start. Usually brand sticker new have challenges. DaCosta plus 0.001 seconds. Now it's switched. The exact same amount of time, but they switched it to Van Dorn. Come on, there's no way. Plus 0.001. That's a predictor, I'm sure. That's not. Uh-oh, Van Dorn went down plus 0.02%, 2 100ths. Van Dorn just went down more, plus 0.069%, 7 100ths. Van Dorn just jumped to the top. DaCosta is plus 0.096. Here's the checkered flag for DaCosta. $11.967. 904. Van Dorn got it. Yeah, the predictor was 49%. So that's DS Penske. Yeah, Penske was always really poor in this series, which is just amazing that they do poor in anything. But it's Jay Penske. It's not Roger Penske. I don't know if that's him. So that's the end of qualifying. They'll probably put it up on the screen, but yeah, that's the end of it. Got that. I've got to stream at 11:15, which is in an hour and 15 minutes for the COTA, NASCAR, the Cup qualifying, Formula E, Sao Paulo at 1:10, and Truck and Xfinity race. I probably won't catch all that, but anyway. So yeah, the race starts in 3 hours. So they've come for qualifying. Now they have 3 hours, which to me, 3 hours is nothing. I love being at a, once I go to a race weekend event, the longer the time frame, the better for me. But they're talking about these people. They've been in the sun for a while. Now they're going to try to look for shade, get something cold to drink. And they've got 3 hours. This is a long time. I was looking for coolers. A fair amount of the stands are still sitting there in the hot sun to wait for 3 hours, of course. But there's a lot of people moving around. Well, there's that huge highway. So there are huge spaces of shade. Yeah, cloudless. So, okay. I thought they would do, it's taken them a while to do interviews and stuff. So I thought I could commentate on what they're doing. Van Dorn just was waiting to get rid of his helmet so I could go up on the stage. And he just went up on stage, or, not stage, for that area. Nikki's in the pit. With Van Dorn. First pole for DS Penske. Last pole was 90 races ago, and he said, well, I hope it's not going to be 90 races from now for the next one. You can't really respond to that question. It wasn't really, it was just a statement. Stoffel. "90 races without a pole." That's got to be Jay. They don't even know how to. Taking a piss means making a joke. That's why Nikki was apologizing. Taking a piss means making a joke. He said taking a piss. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to head out 11:15, an hour and 15 minutes from now. I'm going to try to work on my shorts and stuff like that. Try to get some feedback and stuff. So I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much. Next stream, we'll kind of have this race somewhere in there. I'm going to probably be watching it, but there's going to be a lot of things going on. NASCAR at COTA and this race. I had the wrong Jay. This is Jay Penske. Wow, yeah, I didn't. He was the younger guy. I thought he was the older guy. So, okay. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much.